It's been a while since I have live streamed. I have been gone simply because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely transparent. Last few months were incredibly rough for me emotionally, mentally, and physically. I had a lot going on in regards to mental health. And now I can safely say that I am in a place where I now feel happy with myself and where I'm headed. Um, I also want to say thank you for the people that played a role in my current emotional and physical well-being. I really appreciate you guys so incredibly much. My partner, especially my best friends, people that were just supportive without really even knowing anything. Um, I am incredibly grateful for every single person that saw how much I was struggling and helped me out on recovering and getting better. I am currently in a place where if you would have told me a couple months ago that I would have been in this place, I would have not believed you. I would have probably been in this bleak, um, angry, sad mood, but now I feel a lot happier and I appreciate every single person that helped me, every single person that played a role, played a part in uplifting me and helping me. I appreciate you all. I wanted to start this reading that way because I'm just very appreciative and very thankful. And I'm never the type of person to not give credit to those that have helped me during the roughest moments that I've had. So, thank you, everyone. And perhaps you're also in that same mindset where you feel as if though you're revisiting everything that has happened to you up until this point and you've been thinking like, man, I've really done a lot, or I've really been very hard on myself for no reason. And here's the thing, we're all human. We deserve grace, we deserve respect, we deserve to be talked to softly, especially those that struggle with mental health. I genuinely do feel like this is related. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Also, if you notice that my voice is kind of anxious or angsty, it's because it's been a while since I've live streamed, so I got out of the loop when it comes to that. But it's okay. No worries at all. Alright, let's tap in. Yeah! Oh my gosh, what did I say? Oh my gosh! That's so cute! Okay, a lot of you guys are celebrating. Um, some of you guys could be getting married. Some of you guys could be making plans to get married. This came up last live that I did. Oh, and also really quickly, I put all my live readings onto a separate playlist because quite honestly, the way I had been doing things before, it didn't really feel like it was myself. It didn't really feel like something that I always done. Um, and plus, I've gained inspiration from tarot readers that have lighter content and that still speak their truth, but do it in a much softer filter. So I kind of went, you know what? I want to do that. Like, I want to learn how to filter the even if I'm feeling some type of way about a person or a situation, I still don't want to lose the side of me that has always been soft spoken, blunt, but also careful. So, in a way, this is me refusing to let go of the part of me that I've always been. Um, and I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's in the same way too, because I'm more so getting this energy of you learning to celebrate yourself. You're learning to celebrate your accomplishments, even though they can be tiny, even though they don't really. Because I feel like a lot of people have different meanings on accomplishments and things that they want to get done. And some people have these very unrealistic expectations to themselves where it's kind of giving like I woke up today and I brushed my teeth. I woke up today and I brushed my hair. I woke up today and I did not have a bad day or did not or sorry, bad morning, not bad day. Um I feel like for a lot of you guys, if you're thinking about starting a platform, you definitely should start a platform. Put your voice out there because your voice does matter. Even if you're starting, even if there isn't many people listening to you, watching the stuff that you post, your voice still does matter and it makes a difference. If one person comes across your content, that is making a difference. You're already making a difference. Plus, I'm also hearing Rome wasn't built in a day. So, that could also be tied to the unrealistic expectations. Also, I feel like the universe is already giving you your blessings. The universe is already in this stage where the universe is already. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Sorry, I thought I was being spoken to. The universe is already handing you things that maybe a year before you didn't have the luxury of having. Like, say for example, um back then you did not have your own internet, or back then you had really poor internet. Now you have like the 20 megabytes, 30 megabytes of internet that you wanted. Now you have the luxury of living in a much healthier space. Now you have the luxury because it's kind of giving like you're focusing on empty cups. You focusing on what you've lost rather than focusing on what the universe is giving you. Because I see like the cup with like rainbow coming out of it, and like you're could be, or maybe this is past energy, but you could be kind of in this stage of, well, now what? When you don't really realize how far you've already gotten. Like you're way too harsh on yourself, and you have made so much progress already where you should celebrate yourself and you should feel proud of yourself for how far you've gotten. All right. Spirit, tell me what else? I'm hearing. Oh, 1 second. Ooh, King of Swords. Um, some of you guys may work with Archangel Michael. He's coming through with the King of Swords energy. Athena is also coming through. Warrior of the Mind is playing again. Um, I'm hearing very specifically celebrate yourself for the boundaries that you have set in place, and also that you don't have to worry about anything if there's something troubling you. Archangel Michael is putting a stop to a lot of the stuff that is going down. But there is this, if not Archangel Michael, it literally could be, like, say, for example, Loki. It could also be, it could also be Aries, because for some reason, well, not for some reason, I'm literally a medium. Um, I heard Aries. Also, for somebody very specific, if you have a guide or some form of deity or spirit that associates with bats, and you are wondering, like, what is this deity specifically of, I do think that this is a very niche kind of deity that is calling for your attention that you have the connection to. And it's almost like you are wondering if the connection that you feel with this guide in particular is actually genuine, but they're here to confirm that it is genuine and it is a very niche, unheard of spirit. Do keep tapping into that energy. Always make sure to vet. Oh, and also if you need to set proper boundaries with this deity, I do feel like they would really appreciate it, because the thing about deities and boundaries is that they will step in whenever it is absolutely necessary. That's why divine intervention is a thing. But if you set strong and clear boundaries when it comes to certain things, like for example, I don't have the energy to go to this place, but I'll go there whenever I can, and rescheduling the commitment that you've set with them, that is absolutely fine, because we're human and they do understand that we're human, and you don't have to beat yourself up. This is definitely the collective that does that a lot. Like, they beat themselves up, they question themselves a lot. Yep. um, Something else I'm picking up on is, don't let negative hearsay and things that are said about you, gossip. This could be work related too. I'm not really getting any earth energy, but I am receiving that this is like kind of work related, where you're just like, oh, I want to know what this person said, and I want to know what like what's going on with them, and like we get too caught up on the things that other people are saying. We get too invested in the things that other people are saying, but the thing is, the opinions of others do not define who we are at our core. Um, this is something that helps me personally, but your guides know who you are. Your guides know what your place in the world is, because they are the ones that have been with you the longest, right? And same applies with like family and good friendships, right? Because I consider that a good friendship knows knows you, and knows you enough to be like, hey, you're acting out of character, or hey, you are indulging way too much on this specific thing. So it doesn't matter what this negative hearsay. There will always be talk. No matter what you do, there will always be talk. That is the one thing that will always be a constant. What's important is that we learn how to not internalize this, and we step into our power and our confidence and our morals and values. Alrighty, what else is there, Spirit? What else is there? I am feeling a little bit frazzled, and I don't think that this is my energy. Yeah, heavy on the talk thing. Honestly, just some of you guys may be interested in going to a library, or it's like a virtual library, maybe for some of you, to learn new things, maybe in regard to this bat deity, bat spirit. There's giving you the yes, the go ahead, without focusing too much on. Ooh, some of you guys need to be very careful who you're citing your sources from when it comes to certain topics, especially working with deities. Not to bring like race into this conversation, but I've always been vocal about this. If you are white and you have been told that closed practices are a thing, and there's this specific deity that you cannot work with because of your cultural background, it is for your best interest and personal safety, quite frankly, that you do not pursue this. And if you need to re-establish your spiritual practices, if you need to start from scratch, you absolutely can. Absolutely. Especially like they're actually guiding you towards something that is healthier for you. And as always, only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Alrighty. Oh, okay. They are very loud today. They dropped hard. Give me 1 second. Alright. For some of you guys, Joshua, somebody here may be called Joshua, or something related to a Joshua may be significant. I'm hearing very specifically Joshua. Right. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you guys are rebuilding yourselves. You might have had a significant ending, especially during Mercury retrograde, that has left you kind of in this energy of not knowing where to go or what to do or what decision to make. And that's totally fine. Tower moments, even though I'm not getting the tower card, but tower moments are usually indicators that we need to destroy the old foundation that we were on because it may be faulty or it may not be rooted in truth, to getting a healthier, better foundation that serves us the most. A lot of you guys have big dreams, but they're telling me to tell you to take things one step at a time. Don't take things extremely rushed. Don't take things like, don't be so hard on yourself. It could have also been due to this ending that you guys experienced. I'm hearing that one song. Yeah. Yeah, this is my collective that has gone through a lot of betrayals and a lot of things that have just hurt a lot. And the thing is, in my personal healing journey that I've been on for the past what since June, um it's okay to take a step back. It's okay to just let things be the way they are. There are certain things that we can't control no matter what we do. Like, we can try explaining over and over, we can try communicating, we can try talking things out, but if the other party doesn't see things the way that you do, you can't do anything about it. You can't change it. You can't over explain your way out of it. There's just because it's not a you thing. It's not a you thing. Um some of you guys may struggle with losing yourselves in another person where your whole identity gets lost in the mix of that other person's energy. Like some of you guys may be neurodivergent. You don't have to be. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah, but like whatever this was, whatever this Seven of Swords, because Seven of Swords is like big on betrayal, you're moving past it, you're healing from it. It could also be like a betrayal to yourself and your morals and your values. Like you were not standing on business, is what they're saying. But you're moving forward onto calmer water. Some of you guys may already be seeing the results of the seeds that you planted. Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles. Yippee. That's so pretty. I love the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. She's so pretty. I have the Light Seers on me right now. She is so pretty. She's standing in her power. She's standing in her, like, she's not even in an actual throne. She's just, like, sitting on this really pretty tree. So maybe some of you guys need to sit in nature, like under a tree, hug a tree, I don't care if it's corny. I don't care if it looks weird. You can hug a tree in private if you want, or you can hug a tree in public. Just hug a tree and be happy. More importantly, on the topic of not losing yourself on another person, you really should start embracing yourself and celebrating yourself and the things that you bring to the table. Because this energy of you celebrating yourself and how far you've come in your journey and how despite it all you've remained true to yourself, um it's what's gonna give you the solid fertile ground to sit on, you know? There's this energy of somebody that likes to work with plants and roots. I'm hearing specifically root work. Root work might be significant for some of you. Again, I do believe root work is a close practice, so please do keep in mind close practices. Some of you guys could have gotten a poppet recently. Oh, the magician. All right. Y'all need to collaborate with the universe. Y'all need to, cause like the universe is like, in this energy. They're sitting like, hey, hey, buddy, help me help you. Help me help you. So we're. Oh yeah, it goes back to the Four of Cups, where the person was just sitting there like like in this kind of not too grateful energy, where it's like you're not seeing how far you've already gone. Um, so the universe is like, buddy, pal, chum, help me help you. So some of you guys. Oh, just a quick note though. I fully believe you can change your destiny at any point. Because I used to have the mindset of, well, divinity has everything under control, and they do in some situations. They do, but we also have free will, and we can also use that free will to mess things up, sadly. But it's okay. We're human. And you don't have to beat yourself up because this isn't about beating yourself up. I've been scolding you for beating yourself up so much. I wouldn't be scolding you for beating yourself up so much and then telling you, hey, you did this wrong thing, you know? So I do feel like, oh, some of you guys could be omniists. Some of you guys could be polytheists, Hellenic polytheists. Um, Buddhism is also coming through. Oh my gosh. Love that for you, Bessie. Alright. Oh, the Four of Cups. Yeah! Okay. So the universe is giving you this pretty little cup, right? Because this could also be a new perspective on things. Like they're like, look, look at things this way. Look at things from the let's say, right, we're frustrated about a situation or an outcome in a situation, and we are so caught up in our own emotions and how something brings us distress and how something brings us anger that we are not considering, like, let's use an IRL example because I like doing that. Let's say that you are calling the insurance company, right? Because they cut off your insurance. For some of you guys, this could have literally been what happened, and Spirit is calling you out on it. It's important to always keep in mind that the people that you're talking to complain are still human and they're still working on it. But there are higher people that are responsible for that cut off from your insurance. Is it unfair? Incredibly so, and very upsetting. Does it mean that we have to misplace anger onto somebody that was just literally like, I'm literally hearing like, I'm working here, or like, I just work here. You know? I don't think it's fair. It's fair that you feel angry or discontent with somebody, but it's not fair that you take it out on the wrong person or you take it out on somebody that is quite literally just trying to help you. Because then, even though you're trying to help that person or the yeah, for some of you, you guys could literally be the ones at the brunt end of this situation, even though you guys are trying to help that person or that person is trying to help you. Feel free to reverse the roles however necessary. The thing that's going to happen if you get angry and lash out and misplace your anger is that that person is not going to want to help you because they have a right to refuse, especially if they are not being treated in a kindly way or if there's things that are happening that they do not agree with. Then everybody is getting the short end because you're not getting your insurance or you're not getting your problem fixed because you're probably just going to call somebody else and then blow up on that other person. The other person is left dysregulated and unbalanced, because of what happened. And everything ends terribly. And I feel like the universe is trying to extend their hand to you, being like, hey, I'm trying to show you why things that happened, or why certain things that have been going on are happening, or I'm trying to give you opportunities to heal, opportunities to have something good. But if you sit in this energy, I cannot help you. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. All right. All right. I popped off there for a second. I think I was heavy channeling, and also, I worked for insurance at some point, so I was kind of also using my own experience. Please be kind to insurance workers. Like it's not fair for insurance workers to get the short end of the stick. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. All right. So, I feel like the universe is trying to give you the divine specifically. I'm going to use divine because not everybody believes in the universe, but I'm pretty sure that divinity can mean different things to people. It can mean their own pantheon that they believe in. It could literally mean like themselves because I've seen people have religions on themselves, which is pretty cool to be honest. Like like celebrating your higher self, and we did talk about celebrating. The thing is, the divine is giving you an opportunity to heal and mend, and instead of focusing on the why is this happening to me, why am I going through all of this, take a step back and reconsider. And you'll notice when you take a step back and reconsider why certain things are happening, or because you could be somebody that rules with an iron fist, right? Or does things their way or the highway, and literally source is like, hey, maybe we should consider this perspective, or maybe we should consider this pathway. Definitely feeling a difference of energies right now. Uh, while I was, because there's a different collective where you need to celebrate yourself and stop being so hard on yourself. But then there's this opposing energy kind of where it's like you need to be more collaborative type of thing. So there's definitely like a split of energies. All right. Yeah. All right. For some of you guys, it could be very beneficial to try and lean on to people that have a more grounded perspective on certain things, on and try and be more amicable, more willing to compromise. I'm hearing also. Yeah, because for some of you guys could be in like this mindset with the Eight of Swords where you feel trapped and you don't know what to do, because I'm seeing somebody with like in the card specifically with like strings and all covered, like they just absolutely trapped. And the thing is, you have the power to build your reality. You have the power to create your reality. Even though there are certain things that are outside of our control that play different factors, there is always a way. Justice. Yep. Yep. Also, how long has it been? Oh, okay. Great. Okay. All right. For some of you guys, you may work in the Justice Department, you may be a police person, you may be a spokesperson, actually, I just heard. You could also be a literal judge. It'd be so cool if a literal judge is watching my readings. Oh my god. Um, oh, also, disclaimer. Please don't take my tarot readings as legal advice. Thank you very much. Please don't always take my readings with a grain of salt, and you're free to question and apply things that you know I may not be mentioning here, but if it makes sense to you, it will make sense to you. I wish I could have a camera because I have my webcam, but it's not the same thing as having like an actual camera. To show my cards so that you guys can see the cards and you guys can practice the exercises intuitively of like what this means what to you, and stuff like that because that would be really cool. I want to do that. I'm gonna do that eventually, one day, just not right now. Um, specifically, but I do feel for some of you guys, this could literally be karmic, where you are at the other end of the spectrum where you did something and you are getting the repercussions of that something that you did. For some of you guys, you could literally be seeking out a friend's help with a financial situation or seeking out help with like a justice system situation. They could literally be like a witness to this thing that you went through. Like you could be testifying in court and they could be a witness. Right, yeah. It's very important, I'm hearing, that you guys always keep in mind the humanity behind somebody. I'm not saying this in the case of somebody that did something very horrible and irredeemable, by the way. I am saying this for the people that resonate with the repercussions of something. It's very important, I think, especially pertaining things like situations where what's the word I'm looking for? More consideration. It's in general, it's good to lean with curiosity and consideration when it comes to certain topics. Um, some of you guys may be stuck in a rut where it's difficult to do things that you normally did with ease. I feel like this is the divine asking you to step back a little bit. All right. Yeah. Yeah, like you guys may have plans to move out with the Two of Wands. Because in the Light Seer card, the Two of Wands represents somebody moving out or somebody contemplating moving out, somebody contemplating a different path, or this could literally symbolize the spirituality aspect of like contemplating a different path. Like maybe you were on the right hand path and you decided to go to the left hand path or the middle hand path. Maybe you just decided that certain beliefs don't align with you anymore and you want to lean into things that are more you, more your style, more what you want to do. Yeah, again, always inform yourself properly. Always do as best research as you can, especially regarding certain deities, certain practices, rituals, cultures. Um, cite your sources wisely because we live in an era where, unfortunately, a lot of things. Oh my gosh, that's so clever, actually. People, be very careful to not seek advice from AI because even though AI seems resourceful, not everything that glitters is gold. And AI, personally, I do not trust AI, nor do I support the use of generative AI. So, I mean, I would be careful with things that we see made with AI, especially with how things have had like a grand jump in improvement to things that simulate real life, I would be really careful what we see, where we cite our sources. For most of you, I am definitely hearing like look within, look within, because your answers are within. You don't need to seek approval or validation from others or other sources because you have the answers yourself. Like you're very intuitive and you have the answers yourself. Just be very careful to not to fall in this ego trap of like um self-deprecation and doing things that are harmful to yourself and other people because that can be very tricky. All right. I've been hearing the song Tamaguchi. I don't know if that's the name of it, but it's been viral on TikTok. All right. That might be significant for some of you. For others of you, yeah, keep protecting yourself, keep protecting your peace. Hold what matters most to you close to your chest. If somebody has proven to you that they are unreliable, that they are not seeking out for your best interest, that they seek to harm instead of understanding, then that is not somebody that you should really worry about. Because you are being protected. Um, you are being protected. I do get multiple different energies. Could be 7 people, could be 8 people. But since my November post, I said that I wasn't going to elaborate on what those energies were up to and I was just going to focus on collective. And that's what I'm doing because we deserve peace and we deserve calm and we deserve softness. And also, now I'm a firm believer that the less you give something your attention or your energy to, the less it consumes you. So some of you guys could be avoiding. Oh, yeah. They want me to talk about this. Okay, alright. Some of you guys really need to do a media cleansing. Like, if you know that you are seeing things that you shouldn't be seeing, if you're seeing things that are causing you panic, if you're engaging with things that cause you to be sad, that could be sad music, sad media. Try to engage in things that are a little more on the lighter side. And not saying this in a toxic positivity way, but if you're already sad and you're listening to sad songs that make you even sadder, then you're kind of getting stuck in this kind of like loop going around and round where it's like where it's like, but why do I feel like this? And then the media itself is kind of perpetuating that. Um, Not to disengage from it altogether unless it is actively very detrimental to your mental health and emotional well-being, then I would say yes. But if you know that you need to take a step back from indulging in certain things, indulging into maybe you're the type of person that you get involved in a bunch of drama. If you know that that is upsetting you and it's hurting you, take a step back. You are free to do so. You are free to just turn off your computer, turn off your cell phone, go and do not disturb, and not have to worry about any of that. You are also more than welcome because if you don't have the freedom to go outside for some reason, or you don't have the energy to go outside and you would rather just stay in your home, I would say engage in things that you normally like you would like to do. For example, let's say like you love tidying things up and you want to tidy up your room, you want to clean up your room, you want to take care of chores around the house, things that you normally don't do in certain times, and you want to start picking up on that, you can. Especially for my chronically ill baddies out there. Because being so for real, right now, we are all globally in a very scary place. A lot of things are uncertain, things are moving way too fast. AI is getting very popular very fast. It's harder and harder to discern what is real and what isn't real. And we are all in this state of dread and panic because of certain circumstances that are playing out around the world. And it's okay to disconnect from that. It's okay to take a step back and say, I acknowledge that I, as a person, can't handle this. So I will do everything in my power to avoid as many of this as I can for my own mental health. Some of you guys may have the tendency to spiral and then isolate after spiraling and then getting mad because you isolate when you spiral and like nobody is reaching out to you even though you basically said, "Hey, I'm going to isolate." And that's fine. Like that makes us human. That's something that can be worked on. But I feel like for some of you guys, a disconnection from harmful things, things that generate us anxiety, would be a really good way to go. Alright. Yippee! I do feel very serious. I mean, I was gonna say, I do feel very serious, but after that yippee, I cannot. I cannot say that. I'm starting to feel a little bit giddy, so I feel like somebody out there, you either need to laugh more or you need to stop taking yourself so seriously. Not in a way where it's like because why would I tell you to celebrate yourself if and then tell you don't take yourself seriously. I mean like it's okay to laugh. It's okay to make jokes, not at others' expense, obviously, because that's mean. That's unkind. We don't do that here. But it's okay to make jokes, between like the people that you love. It's okay to laugh at things that you would consider corny. It's okay to disengage from things that cause you harm instead of good. Um Yeah, I've been going off about this for quite a while. I think somebody out there really needs to hear this. Oh my god. Yeah. I think somebody out there really needs to hear this, gives me their exact clarifier. Um, alright. If you tend to be the therapist friend for people, if you tend to be there for people, like if you tend to be like the listening ear for people, it's okay to not be. it's okay to just take a step back for yourself and do things outside of that. Like you cannot, if you're already drowning, you cannot help somebody that is also drowning, because you're both gonna drown realistically. Like, as morbid as that sounds, you can only, that's why in planes they tell you to put your own mask first and then put the other person's oxygen mask on, because you can only do that when you yourself are okay. And it's okay to, for some of you guys, it could literally just be that you don't want to communicate that because you think that something bad might happen, or you think that, oh, if I say this to this person, then they're gonna think less of me, because, this whole thing is gonna blow up on my face and it's gonna affect me. And the thing is, if you don't communicate it, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get tired of it. You're not gonna want to continue conversations with the other person. The other person is gonna be incredibly confused and lost about what the heck happened, because, and this is going to be so funny coming from somebody that is very intuitive and can practically read people's energy to the point where I can read when people think stuff. Um, People are not mind readers. They can't really assume. I mean, they can read your energy, but they can't know the hows and the whys of something unless you specifically verbalize it yourself. Alrighty. Please, if you hear noise in the background, it is my niece and my nephew that are having a kerfuffle, and maybe this energy is relevant. Maybe you guys are having a kerfuffle with somebody. Maybe you guys are not in speaking terms with somebody. Oh my god, especially with like the Queen of Swords being like with their back turned to somebody. I feel like you guys are like in this kind of like, no, it's kind of like, okay, I've already heard enough, or like I've had enough, I'm fed up type energy. And I think, oh my god, okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go see what's going on. you. I am back. I apologize for how long it took. Interesting that I was talking about kerfuffles and stuff like that, and my niece and nephew started fighting amongst each other, and it was pretty heated. I'm pretty sure that if I played the audio back, you guys would be able to hear it in the background. Um, and the thing that I told them was, what's the best thing that you can do whenever somebody is refusing to listen or is angry? Which, don't get me wrong, it's valid to be angry. It's what you do with that anger that matters, because you can be allowed to be angry, but what you say and how you say it and what you do matters, especially because in the scenario that just happened with me, my niece is younger and smaller, so there is a power dynamic going on, right? So maybe you guys are in that exact situation. Maybe you guys are kind of in this place where nothing I do or say, like, you're not listening to me, you are not cooperating with me. The best thing that I can do is disengage. Alright. The best thing that I can do is disengage, especially because, like I said, anger is valid, grief is valid. Everybody experiences their emotions differently than other people do, but how you feel matters and is valid. The actions that you take with that anger and sadness and grief is what matters. Sorry. So the anger and the actions that you take with that anger, like, are you misplacing that anger onto somebody that doesn't deserve it? You are they trying to communicate and articulate everything in a specific way, but you are refusing to listen and take a step back? 222 on this thing. Um, I feel like the universe is giving all of us a chance to collaborate with the cosmic balances, with the energies, instead of, like, going with the flow. I'm hearing specifically, instead of being in this, but I want it type energy, you know? Um, the last thing that I can say, because it did take a lot of my, when I got off the live for a second, it did take a lot of the time that I was gonna be on for. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want this to be an hour. Um, the best thing that I can say is stay true to who you are, stay firm in your boundaries, disengage from anyone or anything that causes you to feel like you're abandoning yourself, or things that you've already gone, like, you've put on so much work to build with the Queen of Pentacles and the and Queen of Swords. King of Swords may also be significant. And keep doing you, no matter the odds, you know? Alrighty. With that being said, that is everything that I have for y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye.